forgot to grab, we have Philonopsis sprays and a lot of metallic finishes. There's pewter, gold, silver, copper. We have some bright colors, purple. Anything else I'm missing? And the Philonopsis orchids, the color ones?
Purple, pewter,
gold as well. Anyway, but they're very take a standard garland and uplift it. Okay? David has also used, again from Smithers Oasis, that mega beaded wire. You see the black beads that are running through it. So it's a wire garland. Very easy to work with, when you're adding those to the garland. Nancy, could you come up? I want to make sure that it's showing. Now it is lit. David's added lights to it. And then a few different millimeter balls as well. Okay? When I look at things like this, very often you wonder, where's that going to go? Like, whose house is that going to go to? Well, if you really think about it, there are a few people whose house that will go into, but there's also many businesses that would look great. For instance, a jewelry store. I think I've told this story many, many times, but we used to carry the little mirror boxes, the little square containers, and they're just little flat mirrors, they were covered, they're beautiful. And every year we would sell like 144, 244, 288. And one year I asked Jim, I said, Jim, who buys these? This is going back 23 years, because I've been with Nordlie. It's amazing how young I am. Truly amazing. Plus I have a 25-year-old son. I don't know that. But anyway, and he told me, it was Meyer jewelry chests. They buy them every year, and they use them in their display. You kind of forget, right? Oftentimes when we're looking to buy things, we look at them and say, well, where's that going to go in the home or in a certain venue? Or is it a different jewelry store, a boutique of some sort? How about an upscale restaurant? It's very clean, has a very nice look. It'd be gorgeous. And then David did the matching wreath as well. Can I remind you of something? We have a Facebook page. I'd like everybody to go on there and like us on Facebook. All of the photos from the shows that we do get posted not only to our Facebook page, but to our website. So you can go to the website, www.nordlie.com, and everything's there. We have videos, of course, on the site. Tom Topinski's in the middle. Some of you get to know very intimately. He's right there. But Tom posts the videos. And I always say 15 minutes at a time, because 15 minutes of Tom Figueroa is enough for anybody. I'm sorry you have to see the 1 hour show. Hey. That was an employee. Anyway, so Tim breaks it down for you, so you only have to take in 15-minute doses, and we have 15-minute segments on that website. So you can go and look at what we did this year, last year, fall, right? But check it out. It's really very cool. Our hits are very high. We get a lot of hits on the website. But if you forget something, you go, what was he talking about? This is another beaded wire from Smithers Oasis. Remember in the garland, they used the mega beaded wire. This is just a standard beaded wire. And black velvet ribbon. We just try to bring different things. When you look at the white, it's pretty. I think automatically it's maybe white, white silver, white iridescent. But David's really taken it out of the box a little bit. The black becomes so stark and vibrant, doesn't it? It jumps right up. I love it. Thank you. I have to shift gears here for a minute and go back to value and price. Because if anybody knows, anybody's been to any of my shows, I talk about value and price. Earlier today we talked about color enhancements for your white hydrangeas. Now I'm going to talk to you about this wreath set. Okay? 2 wreaths in a package. David, how much are they? $10.45 for 2 wreaths. Okay? That's the biggest. Got it? And David's able to take a little bit of ribbon, some millimeter balls, some inexpensive pine cones, and now we have beautiful wall pieces. But the base is only $10.45. But you can't buy a nice ceramic container here. Here you have 2. And if you want, of course, David has attached them to use it as a total wall piece, but you could easily cut it apart. Use one for a door, and use the other one for a candle, and put them throughout the room.
How wide is that wreath?
This one?
Yes.
It's this wide. I want to say 18 inches, 20 inches.
Does it wider.
No, this value one only comes from this size. I have very wide leaves, so like for instance, the one behind David and Kim, I did that one this morning. It's a great story, because I just got back to from SAF, and I had to leave. And then of course the problem was, and I was hoping to get that done. All I was able to do though was put the bow on it. So I had the bow and the lights on it, and then I had to go. So this morning I came in at 8 o'clock, about 8:15 I did the whole thing going. Now Kim thinks the legs should have been closer together. But I told her that he's climbing up the back of the reef, Kim. So if you're climbing, one leg's down, one leg's up, right? We'll tell Kim later that.
Are those lights battery operated or are they plugged in and
No,
are
they're
they
being
remote?
plugged in, they're plugged in actually.
Oh, there's a plug. I see it now. Okay.
Any other questions? No? And no, there's not somebody on the other side of the wall like that new insurance commercial. Isn't that great with the moose head is on the one side and the guy's desk is on the other? All right, what else do we have? Great value. And white and black. Isn't that? You know, if you want to do something very upscale for the holidays, but yet traditional in color, I just love that white. And the white has just a little bit of an iridescent to it. But I warn you, you know, of course, I'm going to toot my own horn, right? If you go to some places, you might find a white garland and say, that's just like the one I saw at Nordlie. And then you get it home, and you're going to look at it, and you're going to go, it looks kind of yellow. When we bought our white trees and our white garlands and our white wreaths, Tim and I really look fine white. Okay, so that when you put a color on it, it does pop. Many times, I mean, we looked at a lot of creamy white, yellowy white, beige white, it just didn't work. But this white is so vibrant. Whatever you put on, whether it's white black, white red, and look at that print on that ribbon. And I challenge anyone to find a better winter selection of ribbon anywhere in Michigan than here in Nordlie. We have about 32 feet of ribbon, 32 by 8 feet. 8 feet high, 32 feet long of Christmas ribbon for you. We have colors, we have the burlaps. Oh Lord, do we have burlaps. We have every burlap in the world, so come on, take a look. And very reasonably priced. I won't say all of it is cheap. For instance, the ribbon on that wreath, I love it. It's very reflective. It runs about $24 a bolt. And there's 2 bolts in there, 10 yards each. However, I have other ribbon for $4.90 a bolt. And it's every bit as nice. It just really depends on where it's manufactured and how much labor is involved. And this one, Dave, of course, has used some of those red glitter ornaments. But my fall, this one here, what a great value. See how dynamic that is in the original? It's like $3.50. That's a great price for something that shows so well. And I love the little poinsettias. We bought the poinsettias with the intent that they were going to be used short, so they're not on long stems. They're very short 6-inch picks. So when you're using it, it's a time saver, and then you don't have to cut off the stem and retape it, stick it. It's ready to go. Just put it in the roof. It's done. Oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you too. See those huge red poinsettias on the bottom of that wreath up there? They were like $11. I thought that was a great value. When the green ones that are above it are $4.50, and that was not a bad value either, but like 4 times the size for only double the price. What a great value. I know it's 2.5 Who's going to want it? And then of course the traditional, we've seen this for years, right? I think I was buying this 20 years ago. It's so beautiful is that honeycomb wire, the netted fishnet wire in the iridescent. So David's mixed up the ribbon with the nice embossed, holly embossed leaves on it. Well, that's pretty. And of course, after the show, you can see we kept a couple spaces open. So if you'd like to take some pictures and whatnot, they will be up there for the rest of the day. But I always leave everything for tomorrow as well. For those of our friends who can't make it today, and I appreciate you for being here. But they can come in tomorrow as well and take a look. When people ask me, and every year it's inevitable, they'll say, say, Tom, what's the new color, what's the new look, what did you see that's different? And for the last several years, really all I could tell people was, it's very traditional, red and green. And it's still traditional, but this mint green, that very soft green, is very hot, really hot. If you see it in the entranceway on the other side of the building coming into hard goods, the white with the mint is beautiful. And you can mix fresh greens with it too. So if you want to be real creative, put some basil, oregano, thyme with it. Those colors, the Dusty Miller, really mix well. He's my corporate designer on this one. David again, thank you. Just a gorgeous piece. And then David is one thing that he's done that I really like. Oftentimes when we're making a design, we use the same ribbon. We use number 9, number 9, number 9. Where David in the last two arrangements is use the number 9 ribbon and a number 40. So they very much complement each other right off the bat, the larger and the smaller together. I think that's a great use of texture and size. And then some very basic ornaments that whole olive green. I think we've had that a couple of years. But we've repurposed it. Well, look at those silk roses, that mint green silk. Isn't that beautiful? Just a gorgeous, naturally open rose with a little bit of glitter. And then David's enhanced this. I just talked about using the natural greens, and I really didn't take the time to look. See the variegated ivy? Just regular silk ivy. So you can leave that up a little bit longer. It can be part of your Christmas decor. We put that up right after Thanksgiving and leave it through January, and not look like the moms who never take their Christmas lights down. Maybe not all year round. But close. This is this one. What a beautiful wreath to go with. Beautiful little mantelpiece, over a couch or sofa. And I love the use of color. You know, so oftentimes when we're doing designs, we try to stay within a very small color palette. David really stretches that. He takes things from the very extreme one hand, which would be this mint color, and then this beautiful Astilbe that's hanging down. And then he goes to the very other extreme of the green, almost to the brown, with the olive green as well. But it mixes so well together. And again, it takes it away from just a seasonal green wreath to a nice mixture of designer color as well as everyday, as well as natural ivy growing. So that's something to think about when you're working with color. It's not always about the contrasting color, like the green and red. Sometimes it's just using a whole section of the color wheel to come up with your face.